Hey, what's up YouTube? Balatro fans, fans of my channel, newcomers, and everyone in between, all are welcome. I've been making a lot of Balatro content lately because I find the game extremely addicting and enjoyable. However, it is also a very difficult game, especially on its hardest difficulty, Gold Stake. Because Ante 1 is the most critical in determining a Gold Stake run's chance of success, I made this video to share some tips that have helped guide me to Gold Stake victories, and hopefully you find some or even all of them useful in your Gold Stake attempts. Now let's get into the video. Tip 1. Know your skip tags. Beginning on red stake, small blind no longer gives a financial reward like big and boss blind do. Therefore, choosing to skip should be more carefully considered to generate as much value from Ante 1 as possible. There are 24 skip tags, but only 1/4 are viable. 9 are completely unavailable on Ante 1, 4 are mostly trash small blind skips, and the top 5 all provide a guaranteed free joker of varying rarities and additions, which are excellent choices on lower stake difficulties, but should be avoided on higher stakes like gold, because although the joker is guaranteed to be free, there is no guarantee it won't have one of the 3 negative joker modifiers, rental, perishable, and eternal. This leaves 6 skip tags that are reasonably viable skip choices. 25 gold for beating the boss blind, free shop, 2 free tarots, $5 for 1 skip, $4 for money duplication, and a free double skip tag. Sadly, this run has given us a situationally useful, yet now useless skip tag, plus 3 hand size during our next blind. This effect will only apply to big blind if we choose to engage, and we don't even need it to win. The opportunity cost of skipping small blind and not revealing a shop will likely ensure inevitable defeat. Therefore, the best decision is to engage small blind. Tip 2. Clear blinds in as few hands as possible. We can potentially take advantage of this tip in the very first encounter against Ante 1 small blind. The chip requirement for Ante 1 small blind is always 300 on every difficulty. Referring to the poker hand menu, there are 3 viable hands you should look for to clear 300 points. Full houses, flushes, and straights. Although the base malt starts at 4 for all 3 of these hands, the base chips are different for all 3. Your goal is to make at least 75 chips times 4 malt to make at least 300 total chips. The important benchmarks that achieve this are a 35 chip full house, 40 chip flush, and a 45 chip straight or a queen high straight. This opening hand already has 4 pieces of at least a queen high straight, a hand we now know will clear 300 points. It is best to discard the other cards to find the queen to complete the straight. We incidentally drew into a playable diamond flush, but we know we need at least a 40 chip flush to clear 300, and this flush is not strong enough. We can consider 2 lines of play here. The first and the safest play is to just play to your strengths and play the flush and likely guarantee a 2-hand victory. The second, and riskier, yet more rewarding play is to discard the flush and search for the queen to defeat the small blind in a single hand. Hey, not bad. We just cleared Ante 1 small blind in a single hand. But why does it matter so much? Well, although true, we no longer receive a monetary reward from defeating small blind, we still receive 1 gold for each remaining hand, except for the green deck, which has modified mechanics and receives $2 instead. As most decks start with 4 hands, clearing in a single hand will grant the player 3 additional gold to work with in the upcoming shop. While the difference of 1 gold may seem insignificant, the opposite could not be truer. Economy is everything in Balatro. At best, rarely will the initial small blind shop procure an enhanced version of a joker that is slightly more expensive and would be otherwise unaffordable without the extra dollar. An uncommon, yet nevertheless feel-bad moment that can best be avoided by getting into the habit of clearing small blind in a single hand. More commonly, 7 gold is also exactly the amount needed to purchase a $4 common joker and a $3 tarot. And most fundamentally, if not needed, the extra gold will help us reach those important interest thresholds faster. Apart from the green deck, which is mechanistically unique and does not receive interest, all other decks receive 1 gold in interest at the end of the round for every 5 gold they have, up to 25 gold for a maximum payout of 5 gold. This 25 gold limit can be raised with vouchers, but at this point, our goal is to just get to 25 gold as quickly as possible. Because the sooner in the run we can reach 25 gold, the more rounds we have throughout the run to receive those interest payouts, optimizing the financial value and giving us more opportunities to leverage. With that being said, let's see what this shop has entailed for us. Shops can sometimes be overwhelming. There are lots of options, and identifying which one will lead us to success can be difficult. My next tip will help guide us through these next shops. Tip 5. Get a Malt joker without rental. Gold Stake introduces rental stickers. Jokers have a 30% chance of having them, and jokers can have both rental and perishable or eternal stickers. When acquired, jokers with rental stickers will subtract 3 gold from our gold pool at the end of the round, before interest payout. Rental jokers can severely sabotage and prevent our fragile economy from ever stabilizing by keeping us perpetually poor. Even the strongest jokers in the game should be strongly cautioned if they have rental, especially early on. Card Sharp is easily the best choice here. It is an acceptable Malt joker, free from all negative stickers, but most importantly, free from the rental sticker. The seed voucher is unaffordable. Standard packs are generally considered luxury items that are best reserved for when gold is plentiful. Jolly Joker is another Malt joker, but it has the perishable sticker, meaning it becomes inactive after 5 rounds, making it an unattractive option when compared to Card Sharp, which has no stickers. For roughly the same reason, the Buffoon pack is also a less attractive option, because we cannot guarantee the jokers inside will be free from the rental sticker like Card Sharp is. The chip requirement for Big Blind Ante 1 is 450 on every difficulty. Referring to the poker hand menu, the only hands strong enough to clear in a single hand are 4 of a kind and straight flush, which are extremely uncommon hands. Our best shot is to try to clear in 2 hands. We opened a playable, high-ranked 2 pair. This hand will score 120 chips. If we can play another strong 2 pair, its score will be tripled and should be just enough to clear 450. This is the last shop before the boss blind. My next tip will help you navigate this shop. Tip 6. Get a chip joker without rental. Clever Joker is debatably the best decision here. While not a particularly exciting joker, it provides a healthy amount of chips to strong hands like full houses. Having the Eternal sticker is also not very exciting, but it's not always a downside and can occasionally be a beneficial effect in specific situations. Scholar also provides chips in addition to Malt, but is not as attractive as Clever Joker is because it has the perishable sticker. The seed money voucher is still unaffordable. And we are still not wealthy enough to open standard packs. Celestial packs are also a luxury item, less so than standard packs though. They contain random hand upgrades that are not guaranteed to be the one that we need. Although this run was more fortunate, providing us with jokers that will likely carry us through the next 2 antes, other runs are not so lucky. Balatro is a game with strong RNG elements. Every run is different, playstyles and strategies will vary and often evolve and change throughout most runs. One or more of my tips may not apply to all Ante 1 run experiences. Sometimes we have to think outside the box to identify powerful yet less obvious lines of play. So this brings me to my last tip. Defeat Ante 1 boss blind in a single hand using a straight flush. Referring to the poker hand menu, the base chips a straight flush provides is 800, so any ranked straight flush will defeat Ante 1 boss blind in a single hand. In a separate run, I found a Sun Tarot in the Ante 1 big blind shop, and used it to assemble a straight heart flush to defeat the boss blind in a single hand. Rather than fishing for all 5, it is much more viable to assemble 2 cards of the same suit and finish the job with the respective tarot. Again, except for the plasma deck, the chip requirement for Ante 1 boss blind is always 600. Alright, we just beat Ante 1 on Gold Stake, and that's pretty much the end of this video. If you made it this far and are still watching, I just want to say thank you. I am a small YouTuber and content creator, and I make and edit all my videos myself. This was my first longer project ever using Adobe Premiere. While it may not seem like it, it took a monumental amount of effort to self-teach Adobe and put this video together. I hope you liked it, and if you did, I would really appreciate you leaving a like and commenting. If you didn't, leave a dislike and tell me how I can improve in the comments. If you want to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date on all my future content. Cheers!